Welcome. This is DB Talkin Now, DB Talkin Birds, DB Talkin Philadelphia Eagles. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Obviously, we are going to do a Week 1 recap. The Philadelphia Eagles absolutely destroyed the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday, 32-6. Jalen Hurts shined. The entire offense as a whole shined, getting Quez Watkins open and getting him the ball early in the game, getting Miles Sanders going. The entire offensive line did absolutely phenomenal. I mean, talk about left tackle Jordan Mailata, huh? Big Play Slay, welcome to the chat, my man. Welcome to the chat, my dude. Enter Zone, what's up, my man? What's up? Big Play Slay says kick-ass victory. Yeah, damn straight it was a kick-ass victory. And the first passing touchdown of the game goes to guess who? No other but the rookie himself, 10th overall pick, Devontae Smith. Jalen Hurts looked absolutely phenomenal in this game. Looked absolutely phenomenal in this game. I mean, guys, that rollout for that touchdown to Dallas Goedert was completely pinpoint accurate, right in front of between two defenders. I mean, I can't say anything more enough. And then talk about Kenny Gainwell, huh? Kenny Gainwell, our fifth round rookie running back, did absolutely phenomenal as well, getting his touchdown on the ground. The only thing I gotta say that I did not like, there were a lot of penalties on the offensive line in the first half. But they came out and got it corrected. That is for sure. King Miro, welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the channel. Long time no see. The king is back. Where is Toxic Falcons? He's hiding his face. He's hiding his face this week. I know that. That's for sure. Hillary Cummings, welcome to the chat. What a win, man, says Big Play Slay. I know. I cannot believe it. Not only that. We gotta talk more about, not just this offense, but the defense came out a little slow, and the running game for the Falcons scared me quite a little bit at first. But they made their corrections, and they held down the fort, and forced some 3-and-outs, and only held this Falcons team to 6 points. And that was the worry going into this game, is how was Calvin Ridley going to do? How was Kyle Pitts going to do? And, so far, so good. I mean, holding Matt Ryan to under 200 yards in any day of the week is an impressive thing for me. King Miro says 2009 just turned into 2021. And not only that, guys, but let's also talk about this as well. Nick Sirianni, head coach Nick Sirianni for the Philadelphia Eagles, having these guys prepared and ready to go. And here's what I really want to talk about. I honestly, was worried. I was worried. These guys didn't play a lot in the preseason. The starters didn't play a lot in the preseason, but Nick Sirianni had these guys buttoned up, dressed up, playing professional ball, and ready to come in and play this game. And that's what you do. If you're going to be a good team, you go in and you go into the home of a worse team, and you beat the brakes off of them. And that's exactly what Jalen Hurts and this offense did. And I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Big Play Slay says, you've missed a lot, King Miro. He's at 62 now. Woo, 62. Hillary Cummings says, well, someone saw the... Big Play Slay says, as soon as Toxic Falcons comes in, I'm trolling. He's gonna get trolled hard. He's gonna get trolled hard. It depends. You know what I think? I think his plan is this. I think his plan is to wait until the middle of the week so that we're already moving on to the 49ers. And that way we don't have to talk about that beatdown. But I'm pretty sure if he were in here, I think it's very worthwhile noting that he thought that the Falcons were going to beat the Eagles 31-3. And yeah. So The scores were close. His prediction was close. Just flipped. Just flipped. King Miro says same with Patrick J. Yeah, Patrick J kind of popped his head a few days ago. Patrick J kind of popped his head a few days ago. But speaking of Patrick J, this I do know is he did not feel good. He did not feel good about Sam Darnold beating his Jets. That is for sure. That is for sure. And talking about other teams, man, what a mess were the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a mess were the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence threw 3 interceptions. Absolutely god awful. God awful. Big Play Slay says he got knocked out or something. No, he just popped his head into the chat. So the Washington football team lost to the Los Angeles Chargers. The New York Giants lost to the Denver Broncos. And we all know what happened to the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady. So where does that leave the Philadelphia Eagles at the end of week 1? First place, baby. First place. First place in the NFC East. And now we're taking on the 49ers in week 2. And yeah, is it going to be a little bit tougher? I think it's going to be a little bit tougher. I think they have a lot more pieces on that defense. But, after seeing Jalen Hurts and the way that he performed, I have a feeling we might be okay. Big Play Slay says, honestly, I like the Texans defensive coordinator, Lovie Smith. Yeah, Lovey's always been really good with the defense. Lovey's always been good with the defense. Enter Zone says, where's Toxic Falcons? Your guess is as good as mine, my man. Your guess is as good as mine. I wish he were in here so I could rip him. I wish he were in here so I could rip him. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that Eagles-Falcons game is Arthur Smith just didn't look like he knew what he was doing after the Eagles came out and threw all what they threw out them. Big Play Slay says, yeah, can you go over every game in week 1? Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's exactly what we are going to do. That is exactly what we are going to do. And yeah, we can start with the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Washington football team. I mean, Washington football team did not play, they played an okay game. I feel like it looks a lot closer than it actually was. But yeah, I mean, the Chargers came out away with the victory in that one, and Ryan Fitzpatrick went down, so that's going to be a huge loss. That's going to be a huge loss for them, I guess. I mean, I never really had much confidence in Ryan Fitzpatrick, but that's just me. King Miro says, and I actually had no hope for this season, but after watching this game, damn. Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is Jalen Hurts was a mystery, and it is one game. It is one game, and was I entirely impressed? Yes, I was entirely impressed. Was I entirely excited? Yeah, I was entirely excited. The offense came out and they were spreading the ball around. Got some quick passes to Quez Watkins to kind of open things up. Then Jalen started hitting Devontae Smith. We got the screen game involved with Miles Sanders. It was absolutely phenomenal. And they just couldn't stop. They just couldn't stop us. Big Play Slay says, dude, Kyler Murray is a gunslinger. That dude has arm talent. Yeah, I'll tell you this. That outcome of the game, the Arizona Cardinals going into Tennessee to play the Titans, that was surprising. That was definitely surprising to me. I did not expect the Arizona Cardinals to beat the brakes off of the Tennessee Titans. Birdman 951 says, what's up, DB? What's up, my man? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Eagles, baby, Eagles. It's all about them birds. It's all about them Philadelphia Eagles, baby. Jalen Hurts, jersey sales increasing by 500% after week one. That's how a quarterback does it. That's how a player does it. Man, I mean, here's the thing. I still don't feel like he's getting the respect he deserves, but it is just one game, and he's got to still continue to go out and do it. You know what I mean? So, like, we got the 49ers this week, better front, better defensive personnel, even though they did let up a lot of points to the Detroit Lions, but still, the players to cause mismatches are going to be there. So, and then week 3, we go into Jerry World. We play the Dallas Cowboys. So Jalen still has a lot to prove, and these games are going to be really, really good for that. These games are going to be really, really good for that. And then we play the Kansas City Chiefs. King Miro says Washington has a good backup, in my opinion. Yeah, Taylor Heineke. I wouldn't come out and say he's good quite yet. I mean, I would say he's decent. He's going to do an okay job. Oh, look who joined the chat. Toxic Falcons. What's up, my man? What's up? How you feeling? 32-6. 32-6. Where was that defense that you were raving about? Where was that defense coached by Dean Pease that you were raving about all week long? Where was it? Arthur Smith didn't look like he knew what he was doing, man. As soon as we rolled our offense out there, the game was over. The game was over. Birdman says, living the dream. Nice. King Miro on to the 49ers, though, at home, baby. Yep. Homecoming for the Philadelphia Eagles. Toxic Falcon says, Falcons defense makes every quarterback look good. Can't lie. Oh, now the roles are reversed. What happened to 31-3? What happened to what you were going to predict? The 31-3. What happened to that? Toxic Falcon says, nah, he called a terrible game. Yeah. No, I just think our offensive personnel was just too much. Too much for you. And our offensive, and look, if I'm being honest, our offensive line is too much for your defensive line. That's the truth. I mean, Jason Kelsey was playing great. Lane Johnson was playing great. Brandon Brooks played great. Jordan Mailata played great. Birdman 951 says, we take out the 49ers. The hype for Dallas game will be insane. Oh, yeah. No, I can't even wait. Especially if the Philadelphia Eagles go in and play really well against the 49ers. Especially if they play really well against the 49ers. And then if Dak and the Cowboys come out and put up some numbers similar to what they did in week 1. Toxic Falcon says, nah, Coach Smith definitely made us lose, and that's sorry O-line. Yeah, but put some respect on Jalen Hurts' name, bro. He came out and played really, really well. King Miro says, Kyle Pitts got locked down by Maddox. That's true. Yeah, our defense played really well, too. Holding Matt Ryan under 200. Falcons defense played good. Yeah, the Falcons defense played good. That was good for them. King Miro says, I will be there at week 3. Oh, cool. You're going to the Eagles Cowboys game in week 3? Toxic Falcon says, I can't put respect on his name because that's the same defense the last 4 years. All right. Fine. Fine. He'll hopefully he'll continue to do well. That's my belief. I believe Jalen's going to come out and continue to play well. Birdman 951 says, even if we lose to 49ers, I still feel we will be in first place. Yeah. After week 2. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, there's a possibility that the Cowboys will go 0-2, honestly. Giants just looked god-awful. Giants looked god-awful against the Denver Broncos. Daniel Jones just cannot hold on to the ball whatsoever. I think it's about time that they start looking for a quarterback into next year's draft. And yeah, Washington football team, I still got to stick with this. Is they're just going to continue to be mediocre. That's my belief. Toxic Falcon says, I really am disappointed in the Falcons. Yeah, well, I would be too. Toxic Falcon says, like, you can't run the damn ball like we are the Titans. They started off that game successful on the ground, but then the Eagles kind of locked down. Toxic Falcon says you could definitely see Matt and the offense wasn't comfortable with the offensive plays. I mean, hey, that's something that you got to get corrected. Prior to, that's why you got to get your guys ready. That's why you got to get your guys ready for week 1. King Miro says Giants need a new QB. Yeah, they definitely do. Yeah, they definitely should start. Their scouting department should start looking at quarterbacks the first round from next year. But let's talk about this, right? Carson Wentz. So Carson Wentz looked good in the beginning of that game, but then as things started to get bogged down, we saw the same stuff. He started to hold on to the ball too long, started to take a little too long, getting the ball to his checkdowns, started to take hits that he didn't need to take, started to try and do too much. That's what Carson Wentz was doing. But hey, as long as he continues to play, and if he continues to play and the Colts don't do good, as long as it's 75% or snaps or more, then the Eagles still get a first round pick. Toxic Falcon says, I'm not gonna boost the Eagles, but if you beat the 49ers, then yeah. Well, if I'm quoting you correctly, you said that you were gonna be very supportive of Jalen Hurts after this week, just because we were rivals this past week. So Birdman 951 says, I said the Eagles were going to put Matt Ryan on his farewell tour. You all want to see a dead body. Yeah, they certainly did. I mean, Matt Ryan is a statue. And as soon as the Eagles were able to get pressure and get to him in the second half, I mean, it was going to happen at some point. I mean, they went throughout the first half without a sack, and then in the second half is when they started to really turn it on. Javon Hargrave got a couple sacks. They did well. King Miro says, my boy DK Metcalf looked good. Yeah. I mean, damn, talk about looking good. That Seattle offense looks like they're in mid-season form already, especially Russell Wilson. Because there was pressure from the Colts, but Russ was just making plays. Birdman 951 says Carson saw Nick Foles' ghost. Yeah, maybe that's it. Being back with Frank Reich. Oh, that's right. You coached Nick Foles too. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, that's right. he took my team and won the Super Bowl with that team. Yeah, can't blame him. Can't blame him. Cannot blame him. You know what other game I was absolutely surprised about? Absolutely shocked about. There were a few shocker games, I got to be honest with you. What about Jameis Winston in New Orleans beating the Green Bay Packers 38-3? Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. The Jameis Winston had 5 touchdowns. I feel like it's a little overblown because he had under 200 yards and 5 touchdowns. But the New Orleans Saints defense came out and did what they do against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. But Aaron Rodgers didn't, he went out there and just didn't look like he was enthused, at playing football for the Packers. He probably had his worst game. He probably had his worst game that he's had in a long time. I didn't see a quarterback that cared to be out there. I got to be honest with you. King Miro just said Aaron Rodgers just wants out of Green Bay so bad. Yeah. I mean, you can tell. You can tell he doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to play for that coach. He doesn't want to play for that organization. He was making bad reads, bad throws. He wasn't he wasn't playing with enthusiasm. And then at the end of the game press conference, Matt LaFleur came out and basically said I didn't have the guys prepared like I should have, and perfectly fine explanation. And Aaron Rodgers says if that's the excuse or if that's one of the reasons that he wants to go with, that's fine. You don't need to as if he were offended by those comments. And here's the thing: there's no camaraderie there anymore. There's just no camaraderie there. You know what I mean? And yeah, part of me just wants to say that's unacceptable. Honestly, it's unacceptable behavior on Aaron Rodgers. Come on, he is being a little of a piss. He's being a little bit of a pissant. Birdman 951 says, "I hope Carson doesn't get benched." Yeah, I don't think he's going to get benched. Frank Reich loves Carson Wentz, and I gotta be fair. Carson didn't look horrible until the game got further on. So I think they gotta get some shit corrected. And Carson, it's hard to say what happened to Carson Wentz. It's really hard to say what happened to Carson Wentz. King Miro says Green Bay is probably going to have a bad season this year. Yeah, probably. New Orleans though, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, Jameis did impress me. Birdman 951 says Aaron Rodgers is better on Jeopardy. Yeah. Well, at least he was better. Yeah, he's better this week. That's for sure. And who else was shocked? About the Kansas City Cleveland game? I was not expecting Cleveland to hold a lead that long and hold the Chiefs down for that long. 22-10. 22-10 was the score before Patrick Mahomes started to make his comeback. And I guess the comeback is not the surprise because it is Patty Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. But I didn't expect it to be a shutout. I know, or a shootout. I know some people thought that it was going to be a shootout, but honestly, I just thought that the Kansas City Chiefs offense was just going to overwhelm. And at the end of the day, they did. They came out and got the victory in the end. So Birdman 951 says, what I mean by that is Carson can't keep losing. He goes 0-4, even 0-3. He's in big trouble. I mean, it's a great point. It is a great point. Yeah, I hope that's not the case. I hope that that's not the case. The only reason why I do, obviously, is because I want a good first round draft pick, but obviously we'll only get that if Carson plays in 75% of snaps or more. And we have to keep Carson Wentz from getting benched, that's for sure. King Miro says Las Vegas beats the Ravens too. Yeah, I didn't expect that game to come down to the wire. That's for damn sure. And here's the thing. My thing about this is I don't know if it says more about the Raiders or if it says more about the Ravens. Like I still have a feeling that the Ravens might be okay. And maybe the Raiders just got away with one here, but I don't know. The offense looked good, Josh Jacobs looked good for the Raiders. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. That's for sure. It's going to be a fun NFL season. I truly believe that. I truly believe that there are going to be some shocker teams. And King Mero says the Bengals also won. Joe Burrow looked really good. Yeah, Joe Burrow did look good. And I feel like he's just going to continue to get better, especially, going into year 2. So it's going to be one of those things where, hopefully he continues his healthy development of getting better at the quarterback position. Same thing with Justin Herbert. And obviously, Kyler, he's not in year 2. I know that, but I mean, man, did Kyler Murray look great? Kyler Murray looked absolutely phenomenal on Sunday. Absolutely phenomenal. But and I'll tell you this one other thing too is I was a little bit shocked. I was a little bit shocked by the Steelers beating the Buffalo Bills. I honestly had the Buffalo Bills winning this one. So I could be the first to admit that I was wrong about that game. But let me just jump back to the Philadelphia Eagles, just because I have to, just because they're my team, and just because, it would make sense. It would make sense if I didn't. Jalen Hurts, 27 of 35, 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, can you ask for a better day than that? On top of that as well, Jalen Hurts also rushed for 62 yards. 62 yards. Oh man, if any one of you have him in your fantasy leagues, damn. I hope you started him. I really do. Because he did absolutely phenomenal. And then Miles Sanders had 15 carries for 74 yards. Unfortunately, did not get a touchdown on the ground, but Kenny Gainwell did. And that just absolutely made me feel good because he's one of my favorite rookies that we drafted this year. So King Miro also says Lions almost caught up to the 49ers LMAO. Yeah. Yeah, which is why I think this week, for the Philadelphia Eagles, I think there are going to be some weak spots that they can take advantage of, but we'll just have to see. I think Jimmy also played a pretty good game. So there is that. And and honestly, I gotta be fair. Is despite how well the Eagles defense did end up playing on Sunday against the Falcons, the secondary is still going to be a worry for me until we see it, on a consistent basis. Until we see, better play against great offensive teams. That's going to be my focus. That's going to be what I'm looking for moving forward. But enough of week 1 games. Just to cap off the stream, because we are ending it soon. The Eagles also just freed up $11 million in cap by restructuring Fletcher Cox's contract. So I think that's absolutely phenomenal for them. And that's just going to be only more helpful moving forward. And obviously, it's just a continuation of Howie Roseman having a beautiful offseason. Birdman says, I have Hurts in fantasy and had to play against Brady and almost caught up to him. Oh, man. What was the final score of your fantasy game? Birdman says QB or total? Total. What was the total score? Ugh. Toxic Falcon says the Raiders versus Ravens game was crazy. Yeah, man, it was. There was a lot of back and forth, that's for sure. A lot of back and forth. And it was delayed. It was delayed as well. But I am certainly excited. Moving forward. That's for sure. That is for darn sure. And looking forward to Thursday. I mean, honestly, the Giants play the Washington football team on Thursday. I'll give out my early predictions for that game. I was going to wait until tomorrow to do that, but I think the Washington football team is going to take that one. I think they're just going to be too much for Daniel Jones. Toxic Falcon says the fans would have jumped him if they would have lost. Birdman says 193.46 to 198. Oh, damn. Birdman 951 says, I hope they tie. Oh, yeah. That way, neither one of them have a win. But technically, it would be counted as half a win and half a loss. So it's like. Toxic Falcon says Ryan ain't playing, though. Birdman says both bottom feeders. Yeah, the Giants and the Washington football team. Yeah. And New England lost to Miami. This week. What is it? 17-16. 17-16. Man. Yeah, see, this is what I was saying is like, I wasn't boosting the Patriots, but I was saying I think Mac Jones might do well this season. But I'm going to be a little skeptical as to see if Bill can get back to the playoffs, but we'll see. Toxic Falcon says Giants will be last. Yeah. I think they're in trouble. I think Daniel Jones. Is going to be their weakest link, and you're only as strong as your weakest link. You're only as strong as your weakest link. Ooh ba ba doo ba. But let's look ahead at some of these other games coming up next week. So we got the Patriots at Jets. That should be a Patriots win. Got the Broncos at the Jaguars. That's probably going to be a Broncos win. Here's the thing. Jaguars are not setting up Trevor Lawrence for success. They're not setting up for success. I'm sorry, but you don't have a rookie quarterback come out in his very first pro game and throw for 51 times. You just don't. And I just don't think that they know how to do it. And honestly, I think it's that entire organization. I think it's that entire organization. They always fail to be able to, groom quarterbacks. They had something with Gardner Minshew, and look, they traded him to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 6th round pick. We'll see. Birdman 951 says the Eagles are playing with house money. Yeah, baby. Talks Falcon says, I should have kept saying the Texans was going to beat the Jags. Yeah. Talks Falcon says the Lions actually came back on the 49ers. Yeah, they did. And they made it close. They made it close at the end. And they almost, completed that comeback. King Miro says, I would trade for Watson if I was the Giants. Wow. That's an interesting thought. That's an interesting thought. Tox Falcon says they are saying Urban Meyer is going back to college and will coach USC. Yeah. I've started to hear things about Urban Meyer, and apparently, like, a lot of people in that organization are upset with his temper tantrums. So, and he's like having outbursts and going into rages at players and coaches who have more experience than he does in the NFL, and that's kind of one of the reports I read. And that only lasts so long if you're not successful. Tox Falcon says, is Daniel Jones actually trash? I never see him play. Well, here's the thing. I used to think that he had good potential, but over the last couple of years, or a few years, he's run into some bad habits. So his pocket awareness, his ball security, his decision making. So yeah, he's bordering on trash. He's bordering on trash. He's kind of falling into the same spectrum as Carson, but the difference is that Carson was actually really great at one point. King Miro says the Giants just suck at drafting a quarterback. Yeah. I think if everybody remembers correctly, that was the draft where everybody thought that the Giants were going to take Jameis Winston, and they didn't. They took Daniel Jones. Birdman says, great stream. Have a good night, man. Hey, thank you, buddy. Thank you. You too. Hope to see you soon. Great having you in here. Go Birds, baby. Go Birds. Yeah, I think they were supposed to take Jameis Winston, and they didn't. And but Daniel Jones didn't have a bad rookie season, so everybody was like, okay, all right, let's see what this guy can do. And therefore it projected some sort of potential for the quarterback, and that is the reason why he's still there. They think that there's still something to salvage, but yeah, they got to start looking for somebody. Oh yeah, no, it was Dwayne Haskins, not Jameis Winston. It was Dwayne Haskins. It wouldn't be no better with Dwayne Haskins. That's right. That's my bad. Yeah, I think Dwayne Haskins hasn't done much. We got the Broncos playing the Jags. Broncos are going to win that one. We got the Bills playing the Dolphins. See, I think that might actually be a good game. And speaking of Tua played a good game too. But their offense is going to have to keep up with the Bills. I feel like this is going to be one of those games that could go down to the wire and be close. The Dolphins defense is playing pretty well, so. But I will, in the end, I'll take the Bills. I'll take the Bills in that game. And then you got the 49ers and the Eagles. And obviously I'm biased as all hell right now after seeing the way that Jalen Hurts performed. So I'm gonna take the Eagles. And it's our first home game of the season. So it's 49ers at Philadelphia. And oh yeah. The noise is gonna be popping. Eagles fans are gonna be rocking that stadium like nobody's business. So I'm definitely gonna take the Eagles in that game. The Eagles start off the season 2-0. And then the LA Chargers versus the Colts. The LA Chargers versus the Colts. The LA Rams. Sorry. LA Rams versus the Colts. Guys, Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams look great. They look great on Sunday night. And you know what? They didn't even get very in depth into the playbook. And we saw what they did against the Chicago Bears. So, honestly, I'm going to say that the Colts are going to go 0-2, and the LA Rams are going to demolish the Indianapolis Colts. That's what I see happening. Unless the Colts can get whatever they had going on fixed quickly. Tox Falcon says he was actually mad when the Washington football team drafted him. Yeah, he was kind of Dwayne Haskins was a poor sport. Yeah, they are. Yeah, Dallas is playing the Chargers. And you have Raiders at Steelers, which I don't know. I could see that one going a couple different ways. You know what I mean? King Miro says week 3 is going to be crazy. Yeah, I agree. But I'm trying not to look too far ahead. Right now. Just keep it on week 2. Dox Falcon says got Dallas winning that one. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be. I mean, I think it could be a good game just because I do have faith in Justin Herbert and his development. But I also didn't expect the Chargers to to lose this past week. Oh no, they didn't lose. Sorry, they won. They beat the football team, right? What am I talking about? So I think that could be a good game. Dallas versus the Chargers. Toxic Falcon says all I know is if we play the Bucks like we did the Eagles. Final score 48-6. Yeah, here's what I'll say. I mean, the Bucks secondary didn't look very good, honestly. They kind of underperformed. But I do think that they have a little bit more personnel on the defensive side of the ball, so we'll see. And obviously it is Tom Brady, so, I don't want to give you any more to worry about than you already needed, Toxic Falcons. Maybe they'll get their stuff corrected. Maybe the Falcons will get their stuff corrected and they come out and play well against the Buccaneers. We'll see. Doubtful, but we'll see. All right, guys. Well, I just want to jump on here real quick and do a quick recap video. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Just to get these last ones out of the way, Kimiro says 0-2 Falcons. Yeah, it's looking like that. And Toxic Falcon says it's the O line. It's the O line, man. We need the D line to get pressure against Brady. Yeah, I mean that's how you get Brady. That's how you get Brady off his spot. You gotta get pressure on him. It's one of the hardest things to do in the NFL against a player like Tom Brady, just because he's so quick. He's so quick with his reads. But we will see. We will see, and we'll talk about it more as the week goes on, guys. So thank you guys so much for joining in. King Miro, thank you, man. It's great to have you back. Toxic Falcons, thanks for joining in, man. Great game. Great game for me. Birdman 951, great for having him in. And Big Blood Slay, thanks for popping his head in as well. And Damien Creative joining right at the end of the stream. Yo, Kenny Gainwell. Yeah, I was absolutely impressed with rookie running back Kenny Gainwell. And I hope that continues, and I hope that they continue to get him more involved with different passing packages, and obviously mix it up with him and Miles Sanders in the run game as well. And that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm excited about, and I can't wait to see more from this Philadelphia Eagles offense, especially this week going up against the San Francisco 49ers. But everybody, one love, stay safe, stay healthy, have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday evening. Go Birds, baby.